All right, welcome back to Missing Persons TV. I'm Brian Ladd. It's Wednesday, April 8th, 2009, 11:29 p.m. Deborah has the night off. I just called Gail St. John. She's going to help me out tonight with some of the cases. Generally, we don't, on my case files, I don't usually have case information and statistics and stuff like that. Um, so Gail agreed to help me out tonight as far as reading some of the case statistics. We won't be as thorough as Deborah usually does, but we'll try to get as much information as we can to you about the case, and then I'll go into the dream drawings that I have. Um, if Gail has any psychic input or anything on any one of these cases, um, Gail, you're okay with that? You're okay with me taking notes for you too?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, anyways, tonight we actually have five cases, two new ones that I did last night. One of them, Deborah sent Gail as a request that I get done, and that's Jenika Brianne Feuerstein, I believe it's called. That's her last name, Feuerstein. Feuerstein. Is that right, Gail?
I think it's Feuerstein.
Feuerstein. Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I was pronouncing it, but I'm not the best at pronouncing names, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, either am I. What I usually have to do is Deborah tells me what the names are, and I actually write them down phonetically. Okay, so the five cases we have tonight are case number 542, Stacey Peterson, 543, Erica Nicole Baker, 545, Christine Marie Kales, case number 719, Tyler Dean Mullins, and case number 720, Jenika Brianna Feuerstein, right? Feuerstein. You tell me something else.
Feuerstein.
Feuerstein. You tell me so I don't forget it right away.
Like I said, don't quote me on
That's
that.
okay. I'll quote you on
It's
that.
Feuerstein.
No, I'm going to quote you on that. Definitely. So again, guys, I apologize for the delay in getting all this stuff ready. It's not as professional as it should be. We are going to try to fix that. Um, and I lost Gail again, but I'll get Gail right back.
Yep, lost
That's
me.
fine. So usually when we start the show, we discuss any Amber Alert cases that we may that we have open, and any new details that may have come up since the last show, which was yesterday. Gail, I have not been following any news sites today. I have not received any information as far as any missing person cases, um, at least publicly. Have you heard of anything? And I know you're a little under the weather. Um, if you
None came. I checked my emails. None came. And generally, I have things set for my email to update me with those, and I haven't gotten any.
Okay. Okay. Well, then let's just move on. The sorry, I gotta get the graphic up. The first case of the night is actually case number 719. I got the graphic up right there. This is Tyler Dean Mullins. The case was requested to be opened yesterday. These are dream drawings from last night. Um, Gail, do you have any information as far as Tyler Dean Mullins goes?
Let me see. I'm looking at the case. Now it says just the stats on this case
Yeah,
is
just
the
brief.
missing date is Wednesday, February 18th, 2009. So that's very fresh. Busy Kentucky. Now I've never heard of that before.
Okay.
So you'll have to look that up. I have no clue where Busy Kentucky is. Brown eyes, 110 pounds, white, obviously English language. It says known circumstances here. Tyler was last seen February 18th. His father put out a plea, talked to the police, and basically saying authorities in Perry County are continuing the search for a teenager who's now been missing for 3 weeks. Roger Mullins said the last time he saw his 16-year-old son Tyler was Wednesday, February 18th, before they went to bed. And when his fiance went to wake Tyler up to get ready for school the next morning, he wasn't there. So apparently, he disappeared from the house. It sounds like to me. This is they went to bed at 11:30 Wednesday night, and Thursday morning, he wasn't there. Now it says Mullins said the window in his roof was raised. and a notebook was left on his bed with a letter in it from Tyler saying he was leaving home.
Okay.
Mullins said he and his son had gotten into some arguments before, and they were trying to work things out.
Okay.
So there's not much really on it other than, you know, it seems like they're saying he ran away from home.
Okay.
And they're asking for anybody with information, of course, to call the police.
Okay. Now, I know it's a little different. You reading this. Are you picking up anything psychically, or do you want me to go with what I had from last night?
Well, I can tell you, it's just from reading this. I look at this picture here that they have. I don't feel any real danger here, but I feel a lot of deep-seated anger, and I don't believe it's just all directed at his dad. I feel like there's other issues here. And the one thing is, and I feel like he's not really that far away.
Okay.
No further than 30 miles.
Okay. No danger. Not very far away.
I don't feel danger here.
Anything else?
I might later, but right now that's what I'm feeling. Just I'm not feeling the danger issue.
I won't scan your notes until we're done with the show. Okay. From last night, I've got 2 dream drawings. And I have a theory too. The first one says went out of state to Blue Rock. Did not see the note. Used dust kit to see imprints. There's a drawing, and it looks like maybe a bookshelf or something with a heart in the middle of it. At least that's what I think it is. It may be a tattoo or something like that. It says did not see the note. I believe that there was possibly a note left, but maybe for some reason it was removed or something. I think where it says use dust kit or something like that, I think it's actually using some type of forensics kit or something like that could pick up, how they pick up fingerprints with dusting and stuff. Actually maybe possibly use that on a sheet of, there's a notebook that was left out, possibly maybe put that on top to see if there was anything that was written on there that was maybe taken away. And then another thing is probably look and just really look and see if there was any type of note that was left. The second dream drawing says Tennessee. Tennessee spelled wrong, but I'm pretty sure that means Tennessee. The number 7 and then NC7, which could be North Carolina. And then there's a drawing of looks like a middle-aged man or something. And actually it might be a photograph because it's bordered like a photograph. And really that's all I have on this case. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think that that probably no danger. At least I don't see any death symbols or anything like that. As far as being close, I don't know. I mean, it's I've got out. That's okay to disagree. I've got out of state, so I mean, obviously that would be close.
All I know, 30 miles from Busy is out of state. It's hard to say, because I don't know where Busy, Kentucky is, but I feel like it's no more than 30 miles.
We'll actually look all that stuff up a little bit later on when we get this here. Okay, Gail, thank you. If you get anything else, I have your notes right here, and then I'll scan them as soon as we're done. So let's move on to the next case. This is actually a case that you'll be working tomorrow on your show, correct?
Yes.
Okay, in the website that people can go to see that?
My show?
Yeah.
www.gailstjohn.com.
Okay. Yes, I was also going to tell you, the easiest thing to go to is psychicgail.com. All your domains and stuff you got back in your possession now, so you're good to go on that. Yeah. They all work. So, one other thing I was going to tell you that, and I guess I'll tell you this on the air, that I set up email accounts for you, so anything at your domains will go to you too. So if you want to use Psychic Gail or something like that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
That's all good to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good.
Okay, so the next case was opened last night. It's case number 720. Jenika, Brianne, Feuerstein. I'm sorry about the pronunciation if it's wrong or not.
It's Feuerstein, I think, or Feuerstein.
Okay, Feuerstein or Feuerstein.
And there's not a lot. And I'm on the endangered missing adult section. There's not a lot on this case out there. According to this, she went missing. It says $2,000 0103.
Okay.
It's from Phoenix, Arizona. 20 years old. 59 inches, 90 to 95 pounds. So she's still a very small girl. Hair color brown, says eye color hazel, complexion light. Now, the basic thing they give here is what she was wearing when she was last seen was a black long sleeve sweater with stripes and hood, jeans, and black flip flops. Carrying a dark blue Kathy Van Zeeland purse, yellow Valcom pin attached to the outside of the purse. Now, the last place she was seen was in the vicinity of Mesa Drive and Brown Road in Mesa, Arizona. Her vehicle, also missing, described as a white four-door Dodge Intrepid with Arizona license plate 454ZWL. They're asking if anyone sees her or knows anything about this case, contact Mesa, Arizona Police Department. And I'll actually give the number because you never know when somebody's seen it. It's 480-644-2019. And the case number is 2009-0270174.
Okay.
But there's very little information on this case, really.
Okay. Thank you. Now, I know this is one of your cases that you guys are working. Have you done any psychic work on this case yet?
No, so everybody's going to be hearing it live. I was going to do it live tomorrow. They're going to hear it live today.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no problem. You know how I am.
Okay. I'm taking notes.
Okay. The one thing I started feeling right now is I feel that there's a man, and when I say man, I feel this is I'm looking, and I feel like it's larger man. When I say larger, yeah, I'll specify kind of bulky, a bulky man. And I feel like there was issues of, and as much as I hate to say this, you know, because this is sort of typical in some of the cases, but in here there was, she went somewhere with him, and I feel like there was rejection. I feel like there was rejection here. And this is one of those cases where I really hate to say, I'm not feeling that she is here with him.
Okay. All right, guys, I lost Gail again. Hang on one second, I'll get her back.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody doesn't want me to talk today.
Welcome back. The last note I got from you is you're not feeling that she's alive.
No, not feeling that she is with us, and that bothers me. Now, I'm not sure what this is. I just kept seeing a K, and I don't know what that is, just the letter K. I've been trying to get locked in on like a distance, and I just keep seeing between 10 and 12. So I'm going to take it or assume that that's mileage on that case.